So we continue to be blown away by our community's generous response to this crisis. In addition to the 80 volunteers that have stepped up to help our neighbors in this time of crisis, we had an individual donor approach us with a $4,000 check and said, could you give this to people in our community who are in need? Later that day, we received an email from another individual saying, when I received this stimulus check, could I re-gift it to someone who was actually impacted financially by this crisis? And then just 2 days later, we were approached by a Sauk Prairie business, and they said they wanted to do something to help, and they gave 6-8 a $10,000 check to help people during this time of crisis.
And this got us thinking. We are aware of many in our community that have lost their job or even a significant part of their wages for an extended period of time. They're now facing their typical bills of rent, mortgage, and insurances. They're going to work hard to not get behind on those payments, which would obviously make their situation worse. But we're wondering, could these stories of people living in our community inspire many others to make a donation or even give their stimulus check to others in our community who could really use it during this time?
So 6-8, powered by the generosity of donors, is providing financial aid to families and individuals who are being affected financially by this crisis. Though 6-8 typically does not offer financial assistance, we are seeing a need in our community to do so. Our motivation is that the financial boost during this time could prevent a downward spiral into poverty, giving hope and continued stability.
6-8's, as we're going to call it, CFAR 2020 program, allows us to see clearly and to see far. Given financial assistance now, someone can continue to take care of their family, providing stability and a brighter future. Will you join us?
So with your stimulus check, it's going to be really easy to just say, hey, let's just do something fun as a family and blow this money if you're not personally financially affected by the crisis. Our challenge to you is to be creative. We gave you one option. You could give your money to 6-8 and we could directly then give it to somebody else who is financially affected in this community. But there's other fun, creative things you can do to stimulate your neighbor. Maybe you know somebody who lost work or is out of a job. You could hire them to clean your house, to landscape, or to do some kind of other project around to keep them working and earning income. We'd love to hear your story. Please share of what your ideas or what you plan on doing with your stimulus money. Let's try to make generosity in our community contagious.
If you know someone that you think could receive this assistance, or if you yourself would like to donate, please reference the website makingservicepersonal.org, and you can find the applications there.